Hey everyone! Today I'm going to be showing you the 3.5A jungle tier list and explain why certain champions are placed in the corresponding tier. Going from the lowest to the highest, let's first discuss the C tier. In this tier, there are only 4 champions, which are Dr. Mundo, Malphite, Akshan, and Sion. 3 of these champions have been here ever since, which are Mundo, Malphite, and Akshan. It's because they are heavily team reliant and you would need to snowball the game in order for them to become effective. The newest addition in this tier would be Sion, and the reason why he's here right now is because of the jungle changes wherein Sion doesn't benefit as much as the other junglers. With the Krugs not splitting 2 times anymore, Sion is not able to stack his passive fast enough in the jungle, as well as with the Sunfire nerf, it also reduces his clear time overall. There are other tank junglers which are better than Sion right now, and for those reasons, Sion has now been demoted in the C tier. Next will be the B tier. In this tier, a lot of these junglers are played for fun and are still very team reliant. The most notable change will be Jarvan, who was demoted from A tier. The reason why he is here is because the current solo queue meta doesn't suit him anymore, since all of the meta champions right now have dashes and there are other junglers that can do what he does but better. Other notable champions in this list are Shen and Darius. Even with the recent buffs, it has made their initial clear speed a lot faster, but they still face the same problem when it comes to the mid game. Shen and Darius' clear are both average even though they get their items, plus they can be easily countered in fights. With Shen, Serpent's Fang can basically negate his ultimate, and with Darius, he is not yet that tanky and is very dependent on being able to reset his ultimate. The last champion that I would like to discuss is Sett, who has also been demoted from A tier for similar reasons as Shen and Darius, where his clear speed does not improve at all over time and is team reliant as well. Then we go to the A tier. In this tier, these are all decent champions who are not heavily team reliant and have the potential to carry the game. Notable champions that I would like to discuss are Kayn, Gragas, Warwick, and Morgana. Kayn is one of the newest champions this patch, and I would like to rate him an A tier with the potential to go for S. With Kayn, Rust or Red Evolve is the way to go 80% of the time unless the opponents are all ranged. Shadow Assassin is quite underwhelming at the moment, and Rust has the potential to go for S tier because his late game is very strong. If you are able to use him well, with all of the lifesteal, CC, and mobility that he has, he is easily able to go for S tier. Next would be Gragas. Gragas is the AP jungle who has benefited the most with the new items and rune changes. Going for Phase Rush plus Cosmic Drive would make him very mobile and able to spam skills as well more in a team fight. The new jungle has also made his clear speed a lot cleaner and would be even faster once he's able to get his items. Warwick, one of the newer champions as well, is a solid A with the potential to go S in lower ranks. In low ranks, people do not respect Warwick's second skill as much, making him able to easily gank different lanes at once. In higher ranks, people tend to respect the champion more, and his problem is that he is quite squishy and would need proper timings to execute him well. The last champion that I would like to discuss is Morgana. She has been demoted from S because of the fact that the new item and jungle changes does not benefit her at all. With a new jungle, this removes her ability to clear red and raptors at the same time. It is still possible to do blue and Grom together, but you would need to find the exact spot. The Liandry change lowers Morgana's damage overall since it does not double anymore when crowd controlled. After this, we go to the S tier. The 4 champions in this tier are Olaf, Kha'Zix, Shyvana, and Graves. Olaf's initial clear is now slower because of the changes in his third skill, but his damage has been buffed overall because his first skill now reduces the opponent's armor by 20%. After the initial clear, his clear speed is still quite good, and Olaf remains in the S tier with the potential to go for S+ if he is able to get a strong early lead. Next would be Kha'Zix. The recent nerf does not affect him as much, but the reason why he has been demoted from the S+ tier is the fact that he has become too one-dimensional. He only has one playstyle and it requires the opponents to make positioning mistakes to become effective. Don't get me wrong, he still has the potential to go for S+ because his objective clearing and catch potential is one of the best. Next champion will be Shyvana. Shyvana remains a solid S because she's still one of the best farming junglers and a strong carry. The only problem would be her early game where she needs to get her items and she would need someone to initiate or crowd control the opponent so that she does not get bursted too quickly in a fight. Other than that, she is the only champion that can solo Baron cleanly and has a strong late game. The last champion and the newest in this tier is Graves. The reason why Graves has risen a rank is because of the Navori Quick Blades. This item has allowed Graves to become very mobile in fights, letting him spam his third skill even more. Even with the Graves and item nerfs, he still remains a solid A tier because of his late game scaling potential. His only downside is similar to Shyvana, where he would need to get his items before becoming a threat and someone to be able to CC the opponent. Saving the best for last would be the S+ tier. In this tier, we have Lee Sin, Vi, Aatrox, Yone, and Gwen. Lee Sin is still here because the newest jungle change benefits him a lot since it incentivizes ganking and it also makes invades a lot easier due to jungle camps being weaker. Vi is another champion in this tier because of the fact that she is the most flexible jungler right now. She would be able to adjust her build depending on the team, letting her build tank and damage at the same time. Vi's clear is quite fast and her ganks are very strong, making her deserving of the S+ tier. Aatrox, despite the recent nerf, still belongs to the S+ tier. His clear is above average, but his strength is being able to dominate team fights. He is similar to Katarina, where once he is able to get a takedown, the sustain and increased duration of his ultimate would allow him to easily clean up team fights. The next champion would be Yone. The reason why Yone is in this tier is because he is one of the best carries in the late game. He currently has the strongest DPS in the game, and it is so strong where he can even be labeled as an assassin. With the use of the third skill, he becomes an assassin and would be able to burst down the carries and safely go back without much issues. The biggest problem with Yone is being able to reach that point because his early game is one of the weakest, and he also has a huge skill ceiling where if you miss your ultimate or get caught, you can easily be bursted down. Then we go to the last champion, who is Gwen. Even with the recent nerfs, Gwen is still a solid S+ tier champion for similar reasons to Yone. Her late game is a beast, allowing her to DPS and burst at the same time. She also deals true damage, so getting defensive items is useless against her. Same as Yone, her early game is quite lackluster, but once she is able to get 2 to 3 items, her damage should spike and could effectively 1v9 the game. Best tip when using Yone and Gwen is to prioritize Rift Herald over Dragon because it allows you to farm your items faster in order to reach the critical power spike needed to carry the game. And there is my jungle tier list. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to comment down below and I will try my best to answer them. If you enjoyed the video, kindly consider subscribing for more content. That is it for me and I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Ciao, ciao.
I'm finally facing it all, fearless.